How do you do? Of all the tragedies that can happen in life, there is one that seems more devastating than most, more difficult to understand. The man in the following story would like to tell you about that kind of tragedy, which shattered his life, but ultimately led him to where his mind and heart and life were unshackled. Proclaiming the good news around the earth, this is Unshackled, dramatizing true life stories produced in Chicago by Pacific Garden Mission. Have you slept on any good boxes lately? Or tried to cover yourself from the cold with newspapers? There goes your privacy, your hygiene, your hope for tomorrow. Well, that's what the homeless face every night. Those who come to Pacific Garden Mission face a different kind of future, one with promise. There at the old lighthouse, street people receive, first of all, a warm welcome. And then they're offered a hot meal, a change of clothing, a clean bunk for the night. And everything is given free to those in need, even medical and dental care. Most of all, counselors offer the homeless the way out of their hopeless condition by sharing the good news that brings new life. Now for broadcast around the earth, here is program number 2316 in the series Unshackled, the program that makes you face yourself and think.
Hello? A fire? Oh, no. I'll tell Dwight. Dwight, wake up! There's a fire on the school bus.
What?
Someone just called and said there was a fire on the school bus.
Are the kids all right?
I don't know. What should we do?
Well, the bus has a rear escape, so don't worry.
Oh, what could have happened?
I don't know. Hello?
There's been an accident with the school bus. You'd better get here right away.
The day started like any other day, but then disaster often strikes unexpectedly. For the man in our story and his family, life would never be the same. He has new insight into why bad things happen to people. He's sharing this painful story to help others avoid the fate that awaited him and to find the peace he now has. This is Dwight Kiefert's true story right now on Unshackled.
My 4 brothers and I grew up on a large farm in North Dakota. There was always work to be done, feeding cattle and raising grain. Sometimes I stayed home from school on Monday or Friday to help out on the farm, which I didn't mind. God was not part of our life. I guess we were all just too busy working. By the time I reached high school, though, I found time for other things.
Hey, Dwight, I heard Miss Stanley had a word with you.
Yeah, well, more than one, actually.
Well, what did she say?
She just warned me about being under the influence in school.
The influence of what?
Well, like how much influence can a 12-pack of beer make on 3 guys? We only have an hour's break.
Sounds like one of those questions on a math quiz. 3 guys are driving down the road at 40 miles an hour drinking a 12-pack of beer. Who drank the most?
Who cares?
Well, I do. I want my share.
Drink fast, then. We got to get back to school. High school was just an endless party. I had a hot rod, the best stereo, all the hit tapes, and lots of friends. 3 of us had a free period every day from 11 to 12 when we drove around and drank our 12-pack of beer. Then came the drugs.
Oh, man, I am so high.
Yeah.
This beats sitting in class.
Hey, do you guys ever wonder how space can go on forever?
What do you mean?
Well, maybe there's a wall out there someplace, and if so, something's got to be on the other side.
God, he's on the other side.
Oh, wait a minute. Where did he come from?
You know, you ask the weirdest things, Dwight.
Well, no, really, don't you wonder? I mean, how could he have been here since the beginning?
Well, I don't know. Hey, don't worry about it, man. There's people on the funny farm worrying about things like that.
Well, I just like to know, that's all. I mean, do you ever pray?
Nah. Do you?
Every time I drive home, stoned. I don't know how we made it through high school without getting killed. After one party, I went in the ditch 3 times before I got home. We always seemed to get away with it. Almost always.
Hey, whiskey monster, where you been?
My folks had my car keys all week.
You're kidding. Why?
Well, after that party last week, I came home so wasted. I forgot and left a bag of grass on the front seat of the car. Guess who found it?
You bonehead.
Yeah.
So I guess you're not grounded any longer.
Things are almost back to normal at home.
Okay, let's celebrate. Here, have a beer.
Wait a minute. Who's that good-looking girl in the white sweater? Girls became part of the good times, and the good times were rolling, especially after a few drinks. I met Robin at a party, and we dated for some time. She was only 16, and I was looking at 21 when we were married. On December 23rd, 1978, our first child was born.
Have you seen him?
Yeah, he's not much better looking than his dad.
Oh, Dwight, he's handsome, just like you.
Hey, I'd like to call him Matthew.
Oh, sounds like a biblical name.
Well, if we have 3 sons, we can name them Matthew, Mark, and Luke.
I didn't know you were religious.
I'm not, but those are good names. I remember seeing them in the family Bible.
Well, at least you didn't pick Methuselah or Abraham.
I kind of like Abraham, too. I remember seeing a picture in the Bible of Abraham about to sacrifice his son.
Hey, are you planning to start going to church?
Nah, I don't have time for that.
So I guess you just about told everybody you're a new dad?
Yep, I'm going out and celebrate. It's not every day a man's first son is born. I was really proud of my boy. I wanted to teach him everything I knew. Good things, not bad. Robin and I still like to party, though. Alcohol seemed to be our main recreation, trying to fill the empty places in our lives. We had a dairy operation on my dad's farm and got to know our neighbors who lived about a half a mile away.
Hey, how's it going, Dwight?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a lot of work running a dairy business.
well, tell me about it.
Hey, get you a beer?
No, thanks. Hey, how's Robin doing?
Oh, she's fine. Expecting our second baby any day now.
Listen, I came by to see if you'd like to go to church with us on Sunday.
Oh, well, we're pretty busy right now. I don't think we got time for that.
I have the opposite problem. The busier I get, the more I seem to need the Lord.
So, what's new with you, Kevin?
Well, I started a correspondence course to become a pastor.
Yeah? A pastor, huh? How are you going to find time for that?
I always have time for the Lord.
I don't know. People can get too deep into religion. Our first daughter, Kimberly, was born in 1980, and our second daughter, Christine, came in 1984. The children became the most important things in our life.
All through?
Yeah. Oh, I'm hungry. What's for dinner?
Pot roast. We were invited to a party tonight. Do you want to go?
Not really. I'd rather stay home.
You know, it's hard to believe we were once party animals.
Yeah, 3 kids. Put the brakes on that. But I'll take the kids any day.
Well, maybe we can invite the neighbors over.
The Jesus freaks?
Oh, come on. They're good neighbors.
Well, they are that, as long as they don't talk about religion.
We might want to send the kids to Sunday school sometime.
I grew up without it, and I turned out okay.
You said you went to Vacation Bible School.
Yeah, once. Even then, I missed a few days. And when it came time for me to give a report, I said Goliath killed David.
Oh, Dwight. Even I know better than that.
Well, so do I now. But you tell me what difference it makes in our life today. We had plenty of money. Our health, our children. We had a new car and a nice house. Who needed God? We were on a roll. But the day was fast approaching that would change our lives forever. My 30th birthday came. I had worked most of the night on a tractor, so I was still in bed when Matthew came in and wished me happy birthday. Before he and Kimberly left for school, he told his mother to order a cake for me. Then came the phone calls.